Welcome back, everybody. We are back for the second half of episode 2 of Tomb of Annihilation, our playthrough thereof. We just did a bunch of dinosaur racing. Yeah. What do you guys want to do now? I think it's a good question. Arrogam, you were kind of deciding if you wanted to race more or not, or if you're kind of good for the day.
If we can skip the racing and give me the gold and say I raced, that's good by me. Otherwise, I want to get to the merchant princes for that story.
Cool. You know what? We can simulate it out of game if you would like to. If that, we'll do that later, and we can report on it at the beginning of next session, maybe.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well then, yeah. So your racing day ends, I guess, at that point, Jarrah, since you are not buying a Triceratops, you had said, and not continuing to race. So, what would you guys want to do now that you've amassed a bit of gold, and at some point you're supposed to go meet with Syndra, of course, and with the Merchant Prince, Wakongo. What would you like to do?
I didn't amass any gold, but if it's convenient, I still wanted to do that scale stuff at least.
Oh, that is correct. Yeah. Well, we can definitely do that here when you go talk to Syndra, and you would be able to buy. You would definitely be able to buy scale armor. It is 75 gold here in Port Nyanzaro, so it is a little bit more expensive than it would be elsewhere. Just anything made of metal here tends to be a little more expensive.
Scale isn't made of metal, is it?
Yep,
yeah.
It's metal scales.
Yeah. But still significantly lighter than a heavy sort of plate. So yeah, 75 gold. You would be able to find that in the marketplace.
Scale mail is heavier than chain, Brad.
No, I had full chainmail. Scale is medium.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I was looking at the wrong thing.
So do we want to shop first, or do we want to talk to merchant princes first?
Yeah, I think we should talk to the merchant princes first, because maybe they can give us a few discounts or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also just confirm like what we need, and then who knows? Maybe they'll sponsor us and give us stuff.
Okay. Cool. You can see what the prices are for stuff there. We'll deal with that here in a little bit. All right, so eventually the five of you would make your way, I guess, back to the Golden Throne to meet with Syndra and Wakanga at the ordained time here for this day. And going in, Jarrus, you've been here previously, but this would be the first time for everyone else. And this place is very, again, very opulent, very just a beautiful sort of place. And going in, you would see, where you went earlier, probably collect your, deal with things there, get your stake back, which is your gold that you got. But heading to a different area of the building, you would come to Wakanga Atamu's area. It's gonna be set up similarly to the other areas. There's kind of a tent that has been set up in one part here that is where Wakanga Atamu would be, and there's tables outside where his merchants and so forth deal with his managers. But walking up, you would be greeted, and as soon as it is said who your party is, he is obviously in residence currently, and you would be shown in to the larger tent portion. And stepping in, this is it's a very opulent sort of tent. There are cushions everywhere. There's it's incredibly comfortable. There's food. There's drink. You see pitchers of water and tej in here, and standing or sitting, I should say, next to Syndra, you see a gentleman who you can only assume is Wakanga Otamu. And as you step in, he will stand and greet you. Welcome to my tent. I am Wakanga, and any friend of Syndra Sylvain is a friend of mine. And he will kind of bow a little bit and gesture with his hands to the seats that are available on cushions. Please, can I get you anything to drink?
We'll
Did bought there for me.
what's it called again?
Tej?
Taj?
I'll try some of that TED stuff, please.
Yeah, I've become a mighty fan of Tej.
He'll kind of clap his hands, and a couple of like servants will come running out and bring water to those who want it and tej to those who would enjoy it.
Do you have a juice or something? He
will
a little wooden umbrella that you can stick in there. Oh, what if you put it in a coconut?
He is going to kind of look at you like what, and then he'll look at one of the servants. Find this man some juice, and they'll go out and
Berrigan beams at the servant. Big white smile.
I will have some too then, if you are bringing for him.
He'll
say
high five Scalia.
he'll say
Yeah. Should
to
have been down.
and some nice juice will return to you. It is, as you said, in a hollowed out coconut.
I am keeping this.
Just a little toast with the coconuts.
Yeah, and it's a very tropical, very tropical flavored thing, kind of like pineapple-y and coconutty and like those kind of flavors. Absolutely.
I can't wait to hear as time goes on about the coconut rotting. Just getting starting to smell really bad. I hope Eric doesn't notice, and it's just suddenly like this maggot-filled, disgusting.
Hey, then I won't need to make the sweat check. We'll only smell the coconut.
It'll be over.
That's awesome. He will. Once everyone has something to drink, he will sit back down. Now, to business. Syndra has explained to me why she is here, and what brings you all here. Tell me, how can I be of service to you?
Well,
I don't
We
remember
need-
why we were coming here.
things to explore the jungle. So,
we have to find the soulmonger.
you're a merchant prince, so you can furnish us with equipment, right? That's why we're talking to you, I'd assume, right? Right, Syndra? I mean, that was the idea, right? He's gonna help us locate where it might be or something along those lines.
Syndra will kind of again with her very raspy voice. That is correct. I was hoping he could help us. And
Man, Syndra, here, have some of this. Clear that throat.
Wakanga will hovering over your head. Yeah, it is a question mark. Wakanga will nod. I can indeed help you procure goods. let me know what you want, and I can get them for you at a wholesale cost, as I deal with other merchants. As to...
Any suggestions about what you might need?
well, I can certainly suggest... I have not spent significant times in the jungle, but my largest suggestion would be to find a guide of some sort. There are many here. They are licensed to operate, and only those who are licensed can ply their wares here in the town. Jobel is the merchant prince who deals with the guides, and you would be able to find a list of all of them near the harbor's master's office. There should be a board with postings for any guides who are available in the town.
Well,
I think
actually,
we chose a guy.
yeah, we met Quilgok. Turtle looking man.
Ah, a turtle, yes. They are native to this area, and I'm sure if he is an official guide, he will, approved by Jobel, then I'm sure he will do quite well for you then. I would...
Perhaps we should look at the guide to make sure that Kvilgok is in fact a licensed guide.
I would definitely make sure of that before you head out into the jungle. Other things you might need. Again, your guide will know exactly what you should take with you, or be able to guide you in that.
He did tell us about a few things, like water and bug spray and canoes.
Absolutely. The bugs in the jungle can be quite devastating. I can also assist. I can provide some of my services here in the town. I provide... well, I am the purveyor of magical items here in Port Nyanzaru. No magical items pass through this port that I do not know of them. And if you seek, especially potions, I can provide those to you. Unfortunately, there is very little I can do to reduce their cost. They are very expensive to produce, as I'm sure you are
if we
aware.
wanted to sell scrolls or other magic items, you'd be the guy to talk to.
That is correct. And I should warn you, each of the merchant princes controls the trade of a various item. And while smaller items can be sold directly to the shops, any large item will need to be brought here and dealt with the merchant prince who controls that commodity. But yes, if you find any magical items in your travels, please bring them back to me, and I will make sure you are well compensated for them.
Galia, do you want to sell that shield?
I will not sell Eclipse. It is serving me well so far.
You want to sell what now?
Eclipse! And then she'll pull out the shield that was the bright red color and she painted over it, so now it is white with a golden crude sun pattern on it. It is called Eclipse because it is covering my light, but it will still protect us from everything.
Interesting. So the light of Lathander won't protect you, but covering it up will.
Well, yeah, I think it's very poetic.
Natural oneself.
Wakanga will look around the party as well. I do not have much beyond my services that I can provide, but I perhaps do have information as well that I can provide to you. There are... First, I would suggest that you consider heading to Fort Balurian, to the north of the city, to the northeast. It is controlled by the Flaming Fist, And they consider the jungle to be their domain. If they catch you out in the jungle without an exploration charter, you could have problems with them.
Fort, what was it?
Fort Belurian.
Lurian.
Beluara or Ian.
I feel like they make those spellings needlessly complicated.
Thanks, Wizard of the Coast. And that is the
Yeah.
flaming fist that is there.
Fancy.
Who are these people? Again, they're just a bunch of humans out there, or
They are a group. Well,
Their hands are on fire, obviously.
they are, yes. They are a group. Hold on one moment while I pull up their specific information, because I would hate to give you the wrong information about them. The Flaming Fist is they are based out of obviously Fort Belurian, but they are actually a group that originally is based out of Baldur's Gate, and they are here representing merchants and nobles of Baldur's Gate in an effort to mine the riches of Chult. Wakanga would explain this to you slightly more colorfully. They are here to rape our lands. They
Sounds like a
come.
businessman.
They come and take over our mines and take the metals that belong to us. They come and explore the ruins and strip them of everything that is valuable and a part of our heritage. That is what they do. But we do not have the power to fight them, so they stay in the jungles and in Fort Belurian, and we stay here in Port Nianzaru.
Arrogim's clenching his tiny little fists. Those belong in a museum.
Jarvis just in split text.
It pretty much had to be said. He will stand up as well, and he has a little table kind of sitting next to where he's been, and Wakanga will pull kind of a cloth away, and underneath it you see a book that has been sitting there, and he pulls it up, and it looks just like, it doesn't look like it's in very good shape. It looks pretty tattered and worn, and he's going to hold it up. This is something else that I can offer to you. This book. It is a journal from an explorer. I acquired it nearly 15 years ago and have had it in my possession for quite some time. It is written in a method that has taken me some time to understand. Asa, were you going to say something?
I was going to ask what happened to the explorer.
I lost him again. I'm going to reconnect.
Yeah. Asking what happens to the explorer, Wakanga will nod. Well, it describes a wizard exploring through Chult, but there is very little detail of exact locations. This wizard is unnamed, and we do not know what happened to him. This book made its way back to Port Nianzaru, and it came to my possession from there. I do not know what happened to the wizard who carried it.
Is it a magical book?
This book is not magical, but it does say one thing in it that has seemed useful to me. It makes reference to a traveling companion of this wizard.
I'm just imagining with Arrogant's grabby hands, he's like standing like below can't remember to say his name. He's like jumping up, but he's so short that he can't reach it. The guy's just like standing there trying to ignore him.
It's more like a little kid reaching up to his mom to get picked up. Basically along those lines. Like, up, but instead of up, it's gimme.
Gimme.
Look.
Companion, yes.
What was their name?
The name of this companion is Vorn. And he is going to open the book, and there's going to be a drawing in this book. This is what I was able to discover. This traveling companion was a shield guardian for this warrior.
Oh.
There is a rough sketch of him here in this book. And there is a picture as well of an amulet. And this amulet, I believe, controls the shield guardian. If you can find the amulet, and if you can find the shield guardian, well, this is somewhere out in the jungles. I have been reading this book, and I have a rough idea of where I think it might be. Do you have your map that Syndra gave you?
Yep. Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot to say that. I was totally thinking, last night Aragem was using his cartographer tools to copy the map that she had made.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so yeah, you're kind of making
yeah.
a copy of it so that you've got more than one?
Yeah.
Cool. That.
But Aragem produces the map,
Yep.
assuming he had it.
I think that's fair with your cartography skills. And he's going to point on the map. I'll mark it when we switch over to that here in a little bit. But he'll, I do believe, it should be somewhere in this general vicinity. If you can find this construct and its control amulet, obviously, it could help you. But if you bring it back to me, I can reward you handsomely as well.
Good thing it's magical, or it'd be made of rust by now.
Well, sounds like a fair proposition.
We will try to locate it, assuming that it is not already destroyed or perhaps being used for evil, because if it is, then it is worthless already.
Hey, Galia, I have a question.
Yes.
So, that Lich had that shield, right? Doesn't that mean it was used for evil?
Well, I prayed over it, and now it is good, and it has the symbol on it, and she'll point to the sun symbol, so now it is blessed.
See, yeah, she sanctified it, Arrogant.
Oh, okay, so you could bless the shield guardian then, too.
It could have a sun on it.
She gets really, really excited about that, and she's like, it will be perfect. Oh, we could paint it all white, and then right on its chest, we could proudly put the symbol of the Thunder to show everybody here. They would all have
not
to...
the symbol of Morpheus, though.
What's a Morpheus?
That's right, Charis was not there.
It is a
It's
not
a-
good god that is not Lathander, and we should avoid them.
It's a human god.
Perhaps we should ask Wakanga if he would want his shield guardian returned in, not painted on.
He will... I will take the shield guardian in any way that you can bring it back, as long as it is functioning.
Yes.
I can make
Just
it go
check.
to my own ends once it is in my possession. Syndra will speak up as well, quietly and raspingly. There are some other things you should be aware of. about this land. First, there are the old gods. Ubtao was one of the gods here. Galia, I know you will be most interested in these gods that are worshipped here. Ubtao.
That's the same as the dinosaur.
It is, yes. Yep.
Connections.
Hey,
Connections.
Draw the lines.
Speaking of gods, we had a weird encounter with acolyte of Morpheus and guardian of Oralunga was brought up. Do either of you know what that means?
They're both going to kind of look at each other and shake their heads, and Wakanga will know that does not mean anything specific to me.
Is there any chance that the location on the map is near Oralunga?
Sorry, I'm pulling up the map here real quick. Just to make sure I'm giving you guys correct information. Sorry, there's a lot of locations, so I want to make sure I tell you the right things as we get into it here. Oralunga. Come on. Sorry, this map takes forever to load in because of all of these. Oralunga is...
Oh. Okay, well, probably never mind, because it's not quite the same type of guardian, I think.
One's an automaton and one is wise.
Looks like
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Right.
music playing. Patsy.
Okay.
It's weird.
I guess my roommates, I can tell, are playing some music, and so
I mean, it's
That's
not
all
exactly
I'm hearing
forest.
is a what's it? Tambourine.
I can hear it.
Okay. No one would really know anything about that. Yeah. Sorry, I was pulling up the information about it. Yeah, that would not be like other than knowing it's a location out in the jungle somewhere. No, there's not. They would not know anything going on with it.
So Cinder's saying beware of the old gods.
Yeah, Cinder will continue. Ubtao is no longer here. He tired of the people of Chult and their warring and terrible ways, and he left this land. There are now other gods, the trickster gods of Chult.
Yeah, he didn't do too well in the race today either.
But
Great idea.
if you find anything in the jungles about Ubtao, keep in mind that he himself is a bit of a trickster, that he loves mazes and puzzles, that he is someone... There will be remnants of him out there. I'm sorry, this is Syndra talking. There will be remnants of him out there. I can do correct character voices.
This is still Ukao that likes the mazes?
Correct. Mhm. Mazes and puzzles and things of that nature. Just be aware, it could come in handy. Could save your life if you're thinking about it.
All right, that's good to know.
How do you spell the name again?
Ubtao is the god, the main god, and then of course there are the trickster gods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else would you like to know from these guys? Is there any other information that...
Get us that good gear.
Yeah.
Is there any other city or perhaps that we could stop at while we are in the jungle, or is Nyanzaru the only place?
Yeah. I'm going to pull you over to the map real quick. He will nod. Port Nyanzaru is pretty much the only civilized place on this whole land. There used to be many places. The city of Mesro was once a shining city, but when Ubtao left, and when the spell plague occurred, it disappeared. It sank into the swamps, and all of the people in it are gone. Fort Belurian is near the mines. Okay, so Fort Belurian is up here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not even...
Yeah.
Oh, so, okay. And I'm sorry, is that where he was telling us to go to find the...
The Flaming Fist.
Okay, well,
Shield Guardian?
No, okay, for the Shield Guardian, he is kind of suggesting that is over where that X is that just popped up all... There you go.
Huh. Sort of on the way then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of in that
the
direction.
opposite direction.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you mean onto Orlunga or the Mystery?
Yeah, Vorn and towards Orlunga.
Yeah.
Right, because that's where the thing that I don't know about happened. They wanted us to get here. To fight the Yanti.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah,
we don't know that
Sticks
yet.
might be something
Well,
else.
Meta talk.
Yeah, Fort Belurian is up here on the northeast peninsula, kind of sticking out, basically. And that is where the Flaming Fist is headquartered out of. Other than that, no. Like, once you get out in the jungle, there is nothing. You may run into any of the dangers thereof. There could be other creatures and things out there that have civilizations or whatever, but there is nothing that would be considered standard human civilized style land once you get out there. He would actually tell you one other thing. That if you are looking for one other area of civilization, if you are looking for other civilization, the only other place that I know of is at the snout of Omgar. The turtles live in their camp there.
Oh, wow.
All the way at the other end.
If you were seeking it or had a reason, I'm sure that you could find passage there on a ship.
All right. So, Mr. Wakanga?
Yes. Sorry, I closed that window accidentally. Wakanga.
Okay.
Wakanga.
So, Mr. Wakanga, is there anything else important or some sort of boon you could offer us?
I can offer advice if you have questions. I can introduce you to other merchant princes if there is something you need specifically from them. I can assist in acquiring, as I said, warehouse, wholesale items for you. And if there is something that you come across that you need information on, I am happy to help as I can.
All right. Well, I have a shopping list. I'm sure you guys do.
Please. Yes.
Speaking of the shopping list, as you may have noticed, I recently came into a small, very small fortune, but a fortune nonetheless. Would it make sense to pool that money, maybe buy one large thing that would be helpful for us, or I could I'd be happy to split it amongst all of us, 80 gold pieces, if there's nothing that big that we need.
I think the biggest items we need, or mundane items anyway, are probably the canoe, or maybe 2, so we'd have a backup if something happened to one. Magical items, I don't know if there's anything we specifically want to buy.
Well, I mean, there's always.
Yeah, he will sell you potions. They're 80 gold apiece, so they are on the expensive side.
Well, I can get each one of us a potion of healing.
And then we still
Seems
have
reasonable.
the money that we got from the assisting that woman into her family.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part,
How do I say his name?
probably.
Wakanga.
Wakanga. Is there any sort of a buy 5 potions, get 1 free deal going on?
Yeah, he would potentially be. Yeah, I think he could do that for you. He could do other potions, but it doesn't have to be healing. He has any of the common potions for 80 gold. If there is an uncommon sort of potion that you're after, he can do that for about 300. So they're expensive, but he can do any of that for you should you wish to have it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
good information for the future.
I'm going to say everyone pick a potion of your choice.
I think healing is obvious for me.
Yeah,
Just
straight up healing.
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm tempted to get a potion of growth, because that would be fun. No, I'll get potions. Okay. Everyone just add a potion of healing to your character sheet.
Hooray!
All right. Please subtract
Goodbye,
the
100
gold.
Ba-da-da.
Goodbye.
All right.
It was for good purpose.
Yeah.
So what else is on the shopping list? I'm seeing Galia, you put in the chat here. You've got tents and pot rations, water skins, etc. Do we want to work at this as a group, or do you each kind of? I mean, I think it's important, especially with some of the stuff that is consumable, that I make sure that each of you include exactly what you are going to be taking into the wilderness with you on your sheets. So some of that is definitely important to nail down.
Is Ozza gonna want to sleep in a tent, or are they just gonna want to make like a nature hut?
She
Is a tent important?
will make do with whatever she finds.
I have to take stock of what I have exactly.
I think the tent makes sense to bring.
Yeah.
I mean, like in a normal game, I would be like, tent, I don't want to put that on my sheet. But in this one, I feel like it kind of makes sense.
I also already have 2. I forgot to include like the bug spray. I already have some incense from my background and a water skin, so I'm good with that.
Well, I think the bug spray is going to be a different sort of incense, and there's 2 different types of it. So just make sure you're getting what you want, because there's like a salve that you apply, and then the incense is more for like camping and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Like think like a citronella candle versus like bug spray.
And the incense might ward off bugs, but that's going to be a smell that all over the place and might attract other things.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Just adding that into the list.
I'm doing some just updating from the regular. I've got water skins and thinking about other things now. Is that all right, Lauren? If we don't announce what we're buying?
Yeah, that's fine. If you guys want to do that real quick. And what I'll do is, when you're done, tell me your total, and I'll take 10% off of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
How about that?
Tent says that it seats has 2 people per tent, so do we want to get 2 tents?
Do I count as a person?
Yeah, do the small people count smaller?
Could we hang a sheet and I just get like a hammock in the tent?
I mean, it's not just the people; it's the people in their gear.
That's true.
Oh, that 10-foot pole. What are we gonna do about that?
Yeah, exactly. Need a
Prop
tent
a tent up
entirely
with
for
that.
yourself.
Yeah, prop a tent up on that. Combine the 2 tents into one with the.
With the 10-foot pole. Yeah, go,
This is
yeah,
jungle.
yeah.
So
Go
if
ahead.
This is jungle. There are those big leaf plants, and any one of those leaves would be more than enough roof over Aragam.
Yeah, just make sure that you keep let me know anything that has usable thing like make sure we know how many rations you're taking, how much bug spray you're taking. Yeah. If you're taking water with you, you know how many gallons of that you've got that you're carrying. Any of that kind of stuff. Make sure that we are.
How many gallons are in a water skin? Because that's how they're tracked.
Hey, Lauren. Sorry.
I have to look that up, so you can ask while you're.
Yeah, potion of healing in the shopping cart is listed as 50 GP, not 80. I don't know if that was on purpose or accident.
It should be 80.
Okay.
A water skin holds 4 pints.
And you need to consume 1 gallon in a
It comes in pints.
Which is.
Can we just say one water skin is 1 gallon of water?
Oh my god.
That's a little silly, but
I mean,
it's like drink a water skin a day.
no.
I mean, 1 water skin is half a gallon. So
Yeah.
Okay, 2 water skins a day. Okay, fair enough. Now I want more water skins.
I mean, you could take like a barrel of water with you, but you would need a beast of burden or something to start carrying things like that.
No, I'm just gonna open my backpack and like water skins are just gonna fly out of it. Like, it's like it looks like it's bursting, and as soon as it opens up,
I'm gonna ask him how much a bag of holding is.
I was this close to asking if Oobtao wanted to come with us.
you can ask him. Go find him.
Yeah. Does he have a
Or
bag of
periwinkle.
holding?
A bag of holding. It's going to be pretty expensive. I'm not sure I have that on
Isn't
my
it
list.
500 GP typically?
That's what I was came to my mind.
Alright.
I think that's
One or two.
correct. Typically, and I feel like they're a little more expensive here in Chult.
Oh.
Because they don't want it to be easy.
Well, it's the transportation cost, right? So,
Well, they could make it there. I mean,
I would give it my potion if that meant that we could get the bag of holding. I feel like that's really, really helpful.
yeah, we could carry water in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Not like pour it in the bag of holding, but have like a barrel of water in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, base price is 500, so it would have a small premium on it here in Chult. So it would probably be closer to like 600 here in Chult.
Something to keep in mind at least.
Uh-huh. Maybe for if we come back with a bunch of treasures, we can trade them.
Conversion of silver to gold is 10 to 1.
Yes.
Okay. Making sure it's not 100.
Did anybody pick up the rain catcher?
I will.
Irgam has to watch what he picks up because you can't carry much more.
Dahlia's got a pretty hefty carry amount, so she'll be pretty good.
Who wants to get
Oh.
the canoe? I'll get the canoe.
Do you want 1 canoe or 2 canoe?
I think we all fit in one. I think I read it seats 6 medium-sized creatures.
It does.
there's also Turtle the Glide as well.
Yeah, so there's 5 of us, 2 of which are small creatures, and then an extra turtle. So we have room for 1 more if we need to, I think.
Well, a turtle and his ankylosaurus.
Oh, perfect.
Are ankylos medium?
No, they're large.
Oh, okay.
Can he swim?
We'll find out.
I mean, went through the jungle all on his own, so
Yeah, I mean, he might be fine. I don't know.
could have his
Uh,
own.
Here's a question about the canoe.
Mhm.
We're going to the fort first, right? So we don't want the canoe yet.
Well, I don't know if you've decided that you're going to the fort or not.
And that was Wakanga's instruction. Head to Fort Valarian.
I mean, that assumes that you're listening to Wakanga. I make no such assumptions about what any group
What
would
is
do.
there to do at the fort that we care about?
Exploration pass.
Yeah, expedition pass or whatever. Expedition.
Who
Yeah.
wants an expedition pass?
If we care.
What does that help us do?
So if we-
They're
if we run
basically.
It means that we won't get roughed up by Baldur's Gate thugs.
Yeah, it's basically Christopher Columbus coming to Chult.
So if we run into a flaming fist in the jungle somewhere,
Yeah.
they're less likely to be hostile.
Show me your papers.
Alright.
And then what's resale value for leather armor? Is that like half?
Yeah, it's half of whatever is listed.
Okay,
Yep.
fine. should be that.
Do we want an iron pot, guys?
I'm buying one.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna get
So-
soap.
Lorden, my total is 42 gold and 5 silver, 5 copper.
Okay. You can take. I'll round up. You can take 5 gold off.
Okay.
How many rations should we get for everybody?
I'm bringing in 20 rations.
Oh, I forgot
I
to get
have 20.
rations.
I'll get 20 as well then.
And keep in mind your insect repellent, your salve that you're doing, Aragam,
It
has 20 charges to it basically
Yeah.
per. So you're taking 40 charges, 40 days worth of. So that's good.
Yeah. Plus, you'll probably share if someone wants it. Unless they got their own, you know.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to. How much is bug repellent? I don't know if it's
1 gold for 20 charges.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
I already have 10 rations. So I don't think I need to get too much more.
Okay.
Is there like a tarp as opposed to a tent? I think Aza can make do with whatever she's got around, but a tarp she could just make a shelter and not carry 20 pounds worth of tent.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would be able to find something. Like it's basically, I'll say it's a gold piece, and you can have some kind of tarp that you could work something with.
Okay.
How much is the tent again?
I think it's 2.
2 gold?
Yeah, 2 gold pieces.
I'm
Which-
getting 1 tent.
I am also getting 1 tent.
So I think that should be good.
There we go. 2 gold pieces? Okay. Two.
Shopping is the
There's so
best
much
streaming.
Would anyone want to carry a shovel for me?
I'll carry it. I think I should be good with my carry weight still. I have 15 strength, so.
Man, I'm still like just under. I've got so much carry. I've got like 80 capacity left.
Would you also want to carry a miner's pick?
Why do you need a miner's pick? Oh,
No,
because-
I already have it because I'm a
Well, I mean, if Arrogam wants to convince me to. I mean,
Do we want a climber's kit just in case?
I have a
Something?
climber's kit. I've got. I do. It came in my kit like pythons and a hammer, so I've got that.
Does Red have a healer's kit at all?
I want to get calligraphy or carpenter
I
tools.
think I do. I'm not proficient.
I already have
in that one.
cartography tools.
Okay.
Carpenter tools.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna build bridges, guys.
Yay!
We run into a raging river that we can't cross. We're just gonna build a bridge. It's gonna be fine.
Alright, I'll just make a note that I gave those to Galia, if that's okay.
But you're buying the shovel?
No,
And I'll
I
just
already
carry
have
it?
it. I already
Oh,
have
okay.
it.
Yeah, perfect. Let me just tally up all my stuff now.
Did we ever make a decision on the canoe?
I can buy the canoe.
I can buy the canoe.
No, I want to buy.
Whoever wants to buy the canoes.
I'm almost thinking 2. Although
Canoe.
it wouldn't be. If we have to go inland, then it's going to be less of a wonderful thing.
That's HGP.
Do we want a hunting trap? And then we could theoretically maybe catch a few animals for food.
I mean, I think we can just do hunting with
Okay.
our weapons and our survival skills.
And then, how much water are we?
Does anyone have cook's utensils? Does anyone like a cook?
I have a mess kit.
Well,
That's for
not-
eating,
that's- Yeah, that's not for cooking.
Let's see.
I'll get the cook's utensils.
And then I have the pot.
We're gonna get high.
Is Jars gonna carry like just a ton of water skins for us, or what's the deal with that?
I have 20 water skins, and
Holy
that's 10 days worth. So who knows?
I feel like
I'm
maybe I
getting
should
there.
get I should get some water skins too.
I've got 60 more pounds that I can carry, guys. I don't know if I want to go all the way to capacity. Maybe I want to stop there.
I was gonna say there is treasure to be found.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
Oh man,
But
guys
I'm
are
doing-
really
They're
fun.
dropping water skins like ballast off a hot air balloon.
I've got a crowbar, a hammer, python, torches, 20 rations, 20 water skins, hempen rope, playing card set, a pouch, the stuff that we care about, soap, bug repellent, a tent, carpenter's tools, and cook utensils. Is anything that I'm missing that nobody else can carry?
All right.
Sounds all good. And then in my priest pack, I had a backpack, bedroll, 10 candles, a tinderbox, alms box, 2 blocks of incense, a censer, vestments, 2 days of ration, and a water skin.
Cool. Yeah, total up your cost for what you're buying, and we'll.
So we have 2 tents right now?
Yes.
Which is enough for 4 people. I mean,
Assuming
your
you
turtle
make
has a
2
shell,
people.
so he's good.
Yeah.
It's only 4 people if we like you.
If we have people on watch, then we don't necessarily need.
That's true.
We can rotate.
So I have 19 gold, 8 silver, 40 copper, Lauren.
Okay.
And that that 40 copper is going into 20 bars of soap.
So it was 19 gold, you said?
Yeah, 19 gold.
Okay. Yeah. So you can take 2 gold off total.
Okay. Okay, I'll take 7.
I only spent 8, not counting any shared things like the canoes.
Okay. So take a gold
still
off of
have
that.
So much money left.
I know. Let's see.
I feel like I'm not spending enough.
Save up for the bag of holding, then you don't have to worry about your carrying capacity.
Yeah.
Or a really fancy Triton.
Or you could get
Okay.
a fancy potion.
I do really want a
10.
bag of holding so that I don't have to drop my weapon anymore. I can just sheath it, all 10 feet of it.
You could just sheath it in Aragam's back. just right next to his other 10-foot metal pole.
All right. So
I spent.
Although that might.
so 6 off for you, Galia.
Oh wait, we have the discount, don't we?
Mhm.
Oh, holy schmoly, Batman!
Yeah. So you get 6 gold back basically off of that. Red, how much have you spent? Or are you still working on it?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Do we know how many? Let's see.
Wait, why didn't we just, theoretically speaking, why don't we just spend it all at once and get a larger discount? Are we not allowed to do that?
Because
So
we
just
can come
total-
back for the same discount.
But I mean, like,
Right?
theoretically
I mean-
speaking, if we spend it all as one huge total, we get a larger
It's-
percentage off. Theoretically?
I don't
No.
think that's.
I don't
the way
think
it's
that's
working.
actually-
It's the same percentage.
10%
Okay.
of everyone's is still 10% of everybody
Okay.
individually.
All right. As Red is finishing up his shopping here, are you guys happy with your guide? Do you want to look at any of the other guides? Is there anything else important in Zaro that you guys want to do?
I want to talk to Aragon.
I wouldn't mind looking at the other guides, too.
I'm gonna also get how much do I have? 2 flasks of holy water. So that would be 45 gold, right? Yeah, they're 25 gold each.
Mhm.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. All right. Jarvis. So you're kind of pulling
I
Aragam
have
aside,
money.
or
I have the money. I'm gonna buy my potion of growth just because I want it. Or enlargement. What is it?
I think it's gross.
Yeah, it's growth that lets you use the enlarge spell. Yes.
Yep.
Potion of growth. It says when you drink this potion, you gain the enlarge effect. Perfect. Okay, I'm adding that. Do I get a discount on?
Not on the potion. No.
Okay.
Yeah. You already got a free potion, basically. So that's.
Fair enough.
All right, Galia. Let's deal with if you're wanting to go over. Like, I think you would head over to the harbor master, to his
Portal is
to where the board
Certified.
is. Check on certification. You're going to find the board with the names of guides tacked onto it. In fact, there's little handouts for each guide. For each guides, you do see Quilgok's handout there, but there are also several others. You see one for a woman named Azaka. You see one for another woman named Iku.
Ooh, I like her.
Did we pay?
We have not.
Portal
Nope.
yet?
Oh, do we have enough money?
I
to
like
pay?
her a lot. I like Iku. She talks
Yeah,
about
he's-
charity.
He's
How much does he? How
30
much does
gold.
he-
30
They all
gold.
seem
from
fair.
each of us?
No.
Oh, total.
I'm just going to show
Upfront
you
payment.
some of. I'm just going to open all of them for you. You find several guides listed here. So I'm pulling them all open for you.
Well,
There's
Aragon,
Quilgok.
Yes.
Oh,
I just
What's up, Jarvis?
I just wanted to thank you for that hell of a race earlier today. And I hold my hand out to shake.
Yeah, Aragim will jump up unless you're bending over, and he'll give you a high five. But if you're bending over, he'll like do the climber's grip, or like where you see those like
he grabbed my wrist.
yeah, like the bro thing,
Yeah.
the warrior bro, and they'll be like, hell yeah, man, that was amazing. Oh God, when you pulled ahead in the end there, that was so close.
I mean, I thought it was over when I was down on the ground pushing my dino. I thought it was over, but I came back.
I mean, mine stopped for a belly rub, so I mean,
They're fickle things.
apparently.
Galia's gonna take the handout, like the flyer for Iku, and try to find her because she really likes the charity part and the defeating evil kind of thing.
Yeah, someone should have gone with Galia.
Yeah. You guys are gonna come back, and she'll have like gotten you the guide, and you'll be like, surprise! Who needs Quilgok?
Oh, this Celia.
Oh, I think you're
This
breaking up for me,
Celia-
Tom.
What?
Yeah, if you guys are looking at that, Let me reload.
Yes, you want to actually try to find EQ, Galia? Is that...
Yes, I like her.
All right. I mean, she would be, this would tell you where to find her.
Okay.
Absolutely. That is something you can do. She would be hanging out, probably here near the, like one of the temples, here in town. You would be able to seek her out there.
Well, that's not going to go well because it's not a typical Lathander. So.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Can I use like my channel divinity to tell if she's like a good person? Is that a thing I can do?
I don't think that is quite how channel divinity works.
You have to detect good and evil, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'll do some good and evil detection.
Okay.
That detects undead, fae, and stuff like that, doesn't it?
Ooh, Zaka has a quest as well. That's cool.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, so with detect evil and good.
Aberrations.
I mean,
Not people.
you actually, as you walk up to her, you're going and you're casting this. You're going to you're actually going to realize that she is celestial.
I think we are going to be forced to have a new guide.
And she
Fight to the death between the two.
she will greet you. Hello.
Let's see. Galia will just be like, "Hello, you are the guide on the paper."
Yes. Well, what can I do for you?
We are a group looking for a guide, and I think that you would be very perfect for us. And would you come with me, please? And she's really trying to like hold it together, like, because she's never experienced something celestial before in her life. So this is like the ultimate fangirl kind of moment going on.
She will. What is it that you seek in the jungles?
We are trying to defeat the evil lich with the soulmonger, and so we could free the world from evil, just like you were saying in your paper.
The jungles here are very evil. I do seek to rid them of the taint that has corrupted them. It does seem that you are seeking something very good. Is your whole party the same? Do they all seek the same thing?
They all wish to destroy the soulmonger as well, and she kind of leaves out some of the more heathenistic parts of the group.
I would wish to meet your whole party.
Yes, of course. Please just come with me. They are still with the merchant prince, and she'll just kind of like grab her hand and drag her along through the town back to the merchant prince and where everybody else was still doing their shopping.
Yeah, so she would go with you. When she stands up, like you see, she's wearing like these light blue robes. She's going to carry a walking stick that is kind of carved into this serpentine shape. Like it's very intricately detailed. It's got this kind of serpentine body, and it looks like it has wings kind of carved into it as well. Just this beautiful staff. And she will walk with you, definitely.
I'm sure she can probably tell that like Galia is kind of like vibrating super excitedly about all of this, but like she hasn't like revealed that she knows that she knows that she knows.
Yeah. She's going to chat with you as you walk. She's just going to... So, you have come here from Where exactly?
Well, I was originally from this very little town, a little bit north of Waterdeep. It was called the the it doesn't really have much of a name. It's more just a small village with a beautiful church dedicated to the Morning Lord. And we came from Baldur's Gate to here to destroy the evil.
Yes, you have mentioned your dedication to destroying evil. Why? Well, you seem very excited about this. Why is this?
Well, I just know that there is light in everything, but there is also realistically there is evil. And so by destroying the evil outside of me, I can destroy some of the evil inside of me and make it so that it can be a shining light to Lathander.
She will nod, and you guys approach the Merchant Prince's area, and yeah, like I think Wakanga has been having his people kind of gather things. There's like a pile growing in a corner, sort of thing, for all of you, as you're kind of maybe supervising it, and yeah. What do you say is kind of like you come up on the party here, Galia?
Galia will just kind of turn to Iko and be like, wait here for a brief minute while I tell the group more about you. Okay?
She will stand back, yeah.
And then Galia will kind of like grab everybody, pull them in, and be like, we have to have her as our guide. She is an angel.
She's what now?
She is an angel of some kind. She is holy, I could tell.
Jarvis sort of like leans to look around Galia at the person.
Mm-hmm.
How can you tell?
So I saw her note, and then Galia will pull out the note and show them it, and it's talking about the defeating evil. And she says, I wanted to make sure that she really, really wanted to destroy the evil. So I called on Lathander to give me the guidance on the evil and the good. And then when I did it, Lathander told me that she is an angel.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't understand any of that, but I mean, what about Quilgok? Quilgok was so kind and volunteered so much information. He's been so friendly, and I rode a dinosaur today. He's an ex-dinosaur rider. That guy's got nerves of steel.
Yeah, but she is an angel, and so that means she has these magical powers that in case we get very, very hurt, she could possibly help us with our health. And she probably knows the best way to destroy the Soulmonger.
Probably. We might want to ask
Do you
about
mind if I asked her a question?
Oh, no. Do not. I will do it. I and she'll just kind of like turn around, go back to Miku, and then she'll kind of draw her to the side now, and then start speaking in Celestial to her, and just being like, we really need your help with this.
Iku will nod. That is what you have said. I now wish to meet your whole party. And you speaking in Celestial, she is going to kind of narrow her eyes at you as you do this. Do you seek to travel with me because of my heritage?
Well, it is definitely the bonus because as a servant of Lathander, I know that your kind, is often sent to assist those that need the help. And so by the coincidence that we are in the same area at the same time, I just think that it would be best since we are in need of the blessing.
She is going to. She is going to kind of narrow her eyes at you. And. What of you? You seek to travel with me because of my celestial heritage. What of you and your fiendish heritage?
Ooh.
Galia just kind of has the moment where everything freezes, and then she's like, I'm working on that. That's minor problem. I did not mean to be born with demon, but demon can go away, and we can make it stop, and then we can help work towards me not being a demon, and then becoming holy in the light of Lathander. That's how it works.
You wish to redeem yourself?
Yes, very much.
Why? What? I have just met you. Why should I believe you?
I do not tell lies to creatures such as you. I have been working my whole life to try and rid myself of these backgrounds, and so perhaps by destroying the Soulmonger, Lathander will look upon me with his light and bless me with a human figure, and no more of the evil inside of me.
Her eyes are still kind of narrowed at you. And she's just going to kind of say, let us go meet your friends.
Then Galia will kind of like lead her to the group, and she starts getting the nervous sweats because it's like she thinks she's the only thing that could keep this celestial being around, and now she knows, and the party doesn't know, and so not good.
All right.
I'll add that to my inventory, Red.
Okay. So she is going to walk over to the rest of the group, kind of like almost pushing past Galia, I think. Or not pushing past, but like she's not waiting for you to lead her, kind of thing. And she will look over. I am Iku. I have your friend here, who has said that you need a guide to the wilderness. I can guide you safely.
Iku, you an angel?
She is going to narrow her eyes at you. I feel like I have heard this line before. I am no angel.
So I thought we already had a guide.
Jarvis just falls over on the floor laughing.
Yes, we've already spoken to this Fulgok. Do you know him, Iku?
I have not met Quilgok personally. I am aware of him. He is not one of the imposter evil guides who would slit your throat in the jungle for your money. I am sure he is quite competent. And if you wish to use him instead of me, that is not a problem.
Gully's just kind of like shaking her head behind the group and just kind of mouthing like,
What, golly, I can't understand what you're mouthing.
Well, personally, Jar starts to get up from the ground. Well, personally, I think that if we're not going to use Quilgok, we at least owe him a tankard of Tej.
Did we find out what Quilgok is? What class he is?
I think he's a ranger. I'm guessing with his animal companion.
So we should probably find out what Iku is too, because it might be a party balance thing.
So Iku, what are your skills in combat?
She will look over at you. I will keep you safe in combat. That is the best I can do, is to guide you safely. We will not die in combat. That is what I bring to the jungle. Some guides are better at making sure that you travel directly or safely. I am more about keeping you safe. This is what I bring.
Okay, so in a fight, you'll kind of like hide behind a tree or something, and we'll fight.
In a fight, I will kill anything that comes at us.
Oh, I mean, how though? Like with magic, or you good with a bow? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
She will. Yeah, she'll bring out her like point to her staff. Yes, it is with magic.
Like arcane magic.
Practically, like she can do some healing. She is kind of a like she's got like shield and sanctuary and some curing wounds. She can create food and water, so she's kind of doing.
Yes.
She would be. She is not necessarily a battle caster kind of thing. That is not her thing, but she can hit stuff pretty good with her staff if she needs to.
Was I able to tell exactly what type of celestial she was, or can I just know she is celestial?
You just know she is celestial.
Okay, cool. I'm sure Golly's making like puppy eyes in the back, just like she really, really wants this guide. Like, really, 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 really.
I mean,
Asa likes her too. I mean, I love the turtle, but I'm torn now.
I'm torn. Why'd you do this, Patsy? Damn it!
I mean, theoretically, if we wanted to, like, put up 75 gold pieces, is it 75?
It would be 60 for each of us if we were hiring two guides.
Would
they work together?
6 gold pieces a day. I think she's 5 gold pieces a day.
Yeah.
Quillback is 6. Ugh.
Yeah.
So he's 180, which is whatever, and then she's less than that.
150.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so Quilgar has 35 gold pieces. I don't think we can afford both.
Yeah, it would be 330 gold to hire both of them.
No, that's not worth it. Plus, we have to split XP with them.
Yeah.
She is this who you want? Were there
Please.
Were there any of the other guides that?
I feel like Patsy's super passionate about this.
Yeah, Patsy's vote is so much more valuable than mine is.
So, what's your experience out in the jungles?
In the jungles, I have been many places. I know the Arakokra of Kirsabal. I have traveled to Nengalore to retrieve rare flowers. I know of hidden places of the guardian Nagas.
Arrogam will lean over to Jaharis and just say, is she making up words? I can't tell.
Wait, maybe she knows where those guardians that we heard about from Morpheus.
I know.
I don't remember the name.
What were you after? I'm sorry, Golia.
What were those guardians that we heard about from Morpheus?
All we heard is Wise Guardian. They didn't give us a name.
Oh, never mind.
And the Shield Guardian.
Gotcha.
Those are in opposite directions too.
Gotcha.
They were in the same direction.
Well, I mean, we have to That's right. The fort is in the opposite direction.
So what do you know about the Soulmonger?
I know nothing of the Soulmonger, but I know that there is great evil in the jungle, and it must be destroyed.
Because that's what we're here for.
Well, if she can help us with undead, she's probably a little bit better than Quilgok, not gonna lie.
I don't know. Red looks at her and says, "Is that true?"
Better than Quilgok? Is that the question?
Well, helping with undead.
I will kill undead if I see them.
What if we have to sneak by and it's a lot safer to sneak by? You still gonna want to kill him?
We must rid the jungle of all evil.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Nope. We're
yes,
good with
yes,
Quilgok.
yes.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no.
I'm sorry. I'm not risking my life to kill whatever I see in my path. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's
go
what I
risk my
would
life in
do.
the jungle to kill some undead? No.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll do that for us.
Oh, you're pretty boring there, Argan. I mean, come on, killing the dead. That's kind of fun.
Yes, see.
Right. I mean, like, sure, you can kill a zombie, great. But if there's a horde and you see them and we're outmatched, outnumbered, no way
then we
can
must
win.
try.
See? No, that's not boring. That's smart.
Well, I might be able to scare them off too. So
Yes, I could also scare them.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is if we have a guide who's going to throw her life down to destroy undead,
But she has a lot of life. She is good.
well, she also told us, and he again looks at her, that she would take us around hazards.
Yes, she is very safe.
jungle hazards maybe. Look, at this point I don't care. Just, if I die, I'm going to haunt your ass.
What's the D2 for?
To figure out who I'm voting for.
Who was number one?
Number one was the turtle, Quilgok.
Oh, we could have him outnumbered 3-1 if Jaharis is changing his mind. Or 3-2.
Please.
No, it's up to me. I wasn't gonna have an opinion.
Red hasn't decided yet.
I was gonna say, Red hasn't decided yet either.
Oh, well, it sounded like he was in favor of Iku.
I like them both.
I don't know. Quilgok seems a little more pragmatic to me.
Galia, stop it. You're not going to convince us by sniffling.
Wait.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Oh.
Persuasion.
We also already have 3 characters who can heal at least somewhat.
Yeah.
But she can create food and water.
So can I.
So can I.
What are you guys gonna do? Do we need to take a vote? Do we need to, like, how are you guys feeling here?
I feel like we have to vote at this point.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start with Galia because I'm pretty sure I know what you're after.
Yep. There's one vote for Iku.
And Aragem, I'm assuming that's a vote for Quilgok.
Quilgok, yep.
Who wants to go next? I won't. If somebody doesn't want to be the last tiebreaker or whatever, you
Hey,
jump
yes.
into.
Quilgok. That's 3.
That's 3 for Quilgok.
No.
Sorry, Galia.
Brad voted Quilgok?
Yep.
Okay. Whew. Didn't have to make a decision.
What was your decision?
I didn't have one.
All All right.
The representative of Switzerland abstains.
Sorry, Patsy.
I vote for Iku.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Take the brownie points.
Iku will understand as the group. I understand that you have a guide already. And she will turn to Galia. You do not need me to take the light into the jungle. You already have it within you.
Aww.
I think this is a good time for Galia to kind of like pass out a little bit.
Cry acid.
Yeah, some acid tears.
Okay, I think we need to make checks.
Yep, go ahead. Make the checks for the acid.
Yeah,
I'm good.
All right. All right. So you are going into the jungle with Quilgok, and you have your supplies. I'm assuming it will be the next day that you guys are heading out.
Actually, Red's gonna have to do one more thing, which he's really sad about.
Oh.
He's gonna have to sell his chainmail.
The good news is you're going to make a bunch of money off of your chainmail.
Oh, so you need me to buy your healing kit and then you sell your chain.
Because chainmail is very uncommon here in Port Nyanzero. Your chainmail is, I mean, it's 225 gold to buy it, so you get half of that back for selling it.
It also has a symbol of Moradin on it.
They don't pay extra or less for that.
Does that count as a holy? What is it? The
I have a focus. So
the arcane focus.
I have a separate one.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll get, 112 gold for your chainmail.
Yay.
Need someone to hold that for you?
I'm gonna go ahead and take the healer's kit off of my.
For your purchase.
Yeah. I'll give you 5 gold back.
Cool.
I took 4.5.
Did anybody want to make that acid check for her sadness tears, happiness tears?
Asa,
I'll make the check.
are you trying to identify at this point?
15.
Yeah, I mean, like, with a 15, I mean, you would definitely be pretty perceptive with that, whether or not...
Like, what exactly am I able to perceive? Is it the smell? Is it the coloration? Do I, like, hear a sizzling sound if it falls to the ground?
Yeah, Galia, kind of tell us what's happening, like what someone might notice.
So it smells very faintly of sulfur, especially if you're really close, then you can tell that that's what it is. It also corrodes very weak, brittle objects. So for most objects, it would just be kind of like a little sizzle and then kind of dissipates in the air. And then if it falls on somebody's skin, it just kind of leaves the skin a little bit like raw and sensitive, but doesn't do any actual damage. And so and also it has it does not look like normal tears. It's more of a slight greenish color to it in the right light.
Galia, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
What's that smell?
It is probably...
I don't think I've smelled that before.
It is probably some of the goods in the area. It probably brought something
Roll deception.
Oh!
I cannot beat that.
Nope.
Well, Chult's a strange place then.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it's dinosaur farted.
Yes, that is it. The dinosaur nearby. Yes.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
That went very well.
And I do have one more admin thing because I'm badly overburdened.
Oh no.
So I don't know if we have any more room.
My
I
carry,
have more room.
my carry is 225, and I'm at 219 right now.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm at 224. I've got like 45 more that I can carry.
45. Wow. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this.
If there's something you want me to pick up, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could carry a
get rid
handful of
of-
small things.
So if I give you 10 rations, that's 20. And, well, I can't give you very many water skins.
That would put me at 30 now.
I need 4. Oh, good lord. 9. Oh. 14. 19. Yeah. I don't even think you can carry all this.
Well, I can carry some of it, maybe.
Yeah, and I could carry like a couple
What's your
pounds.
strength, Brad?
13. Well, I'll give you 10 rations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got it. Okay, that puts me up to 244 out of 270.
Yeah, but
I can
this
carry
is-
5 4-pounds.
I don't really want to carry much more because then we can't pick up any stuff that we find.
Yeah, I know.
What are
Oh,
you?
your carrying capacity is 195 and you're overburdened?
Yeah, I was at 286.
Holy shit.
Oh,
What are you carrying that's so heavy?
Well, I had 30 water skins.
Oh my
Ah. that would do it.
More than I had.
Yeah, if you want to sell some of those back, you don't have to carry that many.
Yep. I mean, I can barely carry any water skins.
I'm just looking to see like what what you can get rid of.
Not much. I guess I can get rid of the rope for a couple more skins, but
Do you need 30?
well, that's 15 days.
Yeah,
well, I
but
mean, we could create water
Wait.
and put it in the skins.
yeah.
I guess so.
Are there any excess spell slots?
Well, I also bought. I also filled them all with tench, so.
Oh man.
That makes sense.
But I will have to retcon that, so because I can't carry that many.
Okay,
I will buy
that's awesome.
10 more rations, but I can't buy any water skins, and that means I can't buy any more tench. So,
Do you need me to hold 10 of your rations?
I give you 10.
Okay, I'm keeping
I mean, it could be community essentially, right? But
right, yeah. I mean, I've got 30 rations, guys. Who's hungry?
So we cannot starve or die of thirst in the woods. 'Cause
yeah, pretty much.
Got
It's pretty
good
much where
berry,
we're
we
at.
got create water.
Unless we lose all our supplies, then we're dead.
Yeah.
No, then we
Well, we
still
can still
live.
create water.
Unless
And
we
we're
can
out
always
of spell
hunt.
slots.
Creates a
We
little
can't
spring or
carry
something,
water.
I think.
Like you
doesn't
can
it?
create it, but you can't create containers. So we
You
lose
can
our
sleep
water.
for dinner.
Yeah.
And I have purified food and drink too,
So
as
do I.
well as a spell. I don't get create anything until 3rd level spell slots.
I can make a fog cloud, guys.
I can feed everybody with good berry.
Oh,
Now that would be handy because that lasts for a while, doesn't it?
A day.
That's like
One
lembas.
berry is one day.
It's like lembas berries, right?
Lumbus berries.
All right, so do we want to go to the fort first, or do we and get like a pass for the flaming fist?
Let's ask.
I had
Quilligan
wanted to
about
ask you
this.
how big a deal that is, but
Well, I'm certain that if we run into the flaming fist out in the jungle, if we just let them know that we're I'm Equipper of the Salt Legion, they'll be certain to just let us go on our way.
what do those words mean?
It's the Salt Legion. Ugh. Explain this. It's the.
Jarvis, I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know if you've noticed, humans don't really care much for our ranks.
Well, they should. My people have been defending this land for hundreds, eons.
I mean, if little Aragim came swimming down to your city and talked about I mean, this is hypothetical, but if I talked about defending you guys and you'd never seen me before, you'd laugh in my
There's
face.
nothing to defend up here. There's nothing to defend against up here.
Ah, never mind.
The great battle is in the depths of the oceans.
Let's ask Quilgok what he thinks about the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, like I think
That's another good idea too.
I think Quilgot would probably meet you for dinner that evening, like back at your inn, and so the Flaming Fists, they
Golly is super mopey here, just like
they
Poor Gallia.
they pretty much run everything outside of Portney and Zeru. Not that there's any real order in the jungle, but the Flaming Fists are about as much as you're gonna get. They send patrols out sometimes, and their big thing is they are out looking for treasure for their benefactors back in Baldur's Gate. Everybody knows that they basically have sacked the city of Mesro. Not, I say city, it's a swamp now and ruins, but they've gone through and pulled every single thing out of there that was worth value and sent it back to Baldur's Gate. And what I know now is that they're looking for the next thing that they want to find treasure. I don't know where that is, but I would imagine that they'll have people out in the jungles, patrols, looking for whatever they think is next.
Okay, now I don't so much want to be in the good graces of the Flaming Fist.
Well, if you don't have their pass to travel in the jungle, they're gonna give you trouble if you run into them.
We'll just kill him.
Well, that's my question: is how much trouble we're gonna have? Like,
could somebody maybe forge one?
I haven't seen one personally recently, so I couldn't. You could ask around the city and see if someone could forge one here, but it's only a few days travel up there, and if you're that worried about it, it might just be worth it to go find out what they're looking for, and you could avoid them or pay to get their blessing.
Or we could just kill them if they try and harass us.
I mean, I'm not generally one for just killing people if I can avoid it, but it's your decision.
I mean, like, if they're gonna try and steal from us or hurt us, I'm not gonna, sit there. That's what I meant.
Ignore them until they're a threat.
You know what size of patrols they usually send out?
It would be several people. No one who's smart is going to travel this jungle alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they are evil, then we should get rid of them from the forest or the jungle.
I mean, I don't know that they're evil per se. They're just people out here looking to make a buck.
A buck.
A gold, a silver. Buck is what we turtles call money bucks sometimes.
Oh, I wasn't commenting on the type of currency. I was commenting on the level of the amount they're getting. Probably more than a few gold.
I'm sure it is.
Right, I don't really care about the Flaming Fists. I'm not going to pay them.
Yeah,
We're
Asa,
probably going to have enough problems as it is. We might want to avoid one more.
All right. Well, tell me, where do you all want to head?
towards the evil.
Well, that's the whole jungle. There's a lot of that out there.
Can you be more specific, please?
Towards Oralunga.
Yeah, let's head south up the river.
Right. Well, yeah, we can take the river. I've got a special canoe for me and for my ankylosaurus. So
That's pretty good.
we can,
We were worried about how we were going to fit the ankylosaurus in.
yeah, deadly treasure won't be any problem. If anything, he'll help us. So we can head out tomorrow.
So we're not going to go to the fort then?
So should we pay him now?
It would be customary to pay me now, yes.
How much do we each pay him?
30.
Is it 30
Okay.
or 35?
Oh shit, I don't know.
180 for him.
180
so-
divided by 5.
If only we had a math professor who could...
36 each.
You don't want
36.
math professors trying to do arithmetic in their head. It never goes well. Let's see, that's going to be
It's
36 gold.
36 gold. I generally keep a calculator up while we play in case it ever comes
Yeah,
up
me
for
too.
anything. He will...
Did we pay for the canoe?
I think Galia bought
He has
it.
his own canoe. That's separate.
Yeah,
Did we pay for ours, though? Because I didn't
Yes.
take anything off of my...
I
Galia
paid for it.
just bought it,
Okay.
which was nice of her.
it is a canoe of light.
Yes.
Which is
she'll
why she
spend
should
the
have
night
gotten, like-
painting it.
She's already
It'll
paid
put
it.
the sun.
Which is why she should have gotten an extra point, extra vote for the guy.
Yeah. Exciting.
That would have tied it.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
Then I would have had to
Guys,
decide. Or we would have rolled on it or something. All right.
But can everyone pay that? Because I
Yeah,
mean, I don't mind paying a little extra.
I paid it.
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid 36.
Yeah, I have 50 gold left. FYI.
All right.
I
Nice.
didn't have any until I sold my chainmail.
I'm still pretty great with my chainmail.
I'm sure you'll be just fine, Red. There's no possible way that could come back and be a terrible thing that you just did.
I think you don't need armor. I don't need armor.
All right, let's do this, guys. So your day is going to wind down, and we're going to advance the date one day. It is going to be the 21st. It is a hot, very hot day. Humid, that it is so humid that you cannot breathe well. It is calm, and that just makes it worse. There's going to be periodic downpours throughout the day that are going to reduce your visibility, so keep that in mind. Quilgok is going to suggest that you're going to need to probably... it's not going to be great trying to take your canoes into the mouth of the water here. Specifically, he's going to mention we probably shouldn't get into the water until we get to the river. We're going to need to portage the canoes until we get there, unless you feel like angering the dragon turtle.
Nope, I'm good.
Is that what I saw? Dragon turtle?
What's the dragon turtle?
Oh,
Where's the dragon turtle?
well, there's one that lives here in the bay, and any ship that comes
That's
in.
what I saw.
Oh, you saw that.
Yeah, I was after the encounter last night. I was a little vexed, unhappy. I went for a swim, and there was something out there, something big, real big. I wanted to get near it by my lonesome, but yeah, dragon turtle's about right.
Yeah, well, this one. They've made peace with it from Portney and Zeru, but it's any ship that sails in or out, and it would consider one of these a ship, I think. Well, they gotta pay for the privilege of sailing unmolested, so unless you have a lot of extra treasure you all want to throw overboard to appease it, I think we take the long way up the coast and then start paddling upriver once we get there.
I'm out for walking.
Yeah, let's go walking.
Yeah, sounds good to me. How
All
much
right.
does a canoe weigh?
I'm carrying it fine.
All right.
A canoe.
That's.
What did we say? A canoe
I already
weighs?
calculated my whole weight, including the canoe, so I'm at 219.
Okay. All right. I mean, I think that could be awkward. It might be useful to have someone to kind of help.
I'll help.
Like a couple of people kind of helping to move it. But yeah, as far as weight, you're fine.
Irrigim is supporting it in the middle with his 10-foot pole as he walks along.
Excellent.
I'm sure it's kind of hard for everybody to hold it with Gallia because she's so much taller. So it's just
I imagine actually Gallia in the middle, Arrogim in the front, and then Jarus in the back.
You know what? And this is actually an important discussion to have briefly. What is what is your general marching order? Because
Arrogim in the front.
Well,
No.
we assume Quilgok is in the front, isn't he? Usually.
to lead us, maybe.
yeah, so Quilgok. Speaking of which, when you head out in the next morning, Quilgok is going to show up with Deadly Treasure. Deadly Treasure has a palanquin on his back, basically, like this really reasonably comfortable thing, and he also has like all kinds of gear strapped to him and stuff. It is obvious that Quilgok has done this before and has outfitted himself for this trip, and is traveling in style. He is comfortably ensconced. So
Like he's sitting on the...
he is riding
wow.
riding Deadly Treasure.
Very, very nice.
Before we enter
The jungles.
the jungles, Arrogim's going to put that nice little lotion he got on.
I think that is an
Oh
excellent
yeah,
idea.
Gallia will sit on some
Yeah,
bug
let's
spray.
do that.
Please use one use of that from your inventory.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say 20, then just mark it down to 19.
Okay, so Quilgok is kind of leading the way. Jarus is second. Is that the
Sure,
or who
I
is
can
who is? Let's determine your marching order here.
I'll go third after Jarus.
I mean, it's strategically, I want to be behind the front line. I want to be the second line.
And
Okay.
I can go first.
Okay, so Gallia first, and then Jarus. Like, do you want to bring up the rear, or what are you?
I don't want to bring up the wheel. I think I just want to be. Well, who do we have? We have
Quilgok,
think-
Gallia.
Asa and Arrogim that want to be in the middle, right?
Right.
I should be
We're
at
the-
the end.
We're the tiny, smushy ones. That
Okay.
Who wants
monstrous
to be in
stuff.
front, Aiza or Arrogim? Which of you would be in front of the other?
we're side by side. We're skipping and holding hands.
Okay,
They can do that.
that's fair.
They're a size smaller.
It'll be fourth.
Okay, and then Jarus, and then Red. You'll bring up the rear.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got Quilgok on Deadly Treasure, then Gallia, then Arrogim, then Aiza, then Jarus, and then Red.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So I'm assuming Quilgok is your guide, which means he's going to be making your navigation checks for you. Do you have anybody who wants to use a help action to assist him?
Is that a survival?
Arrogim
Yeah.
does. He's a cartographer.
Yeah. So I would assume it's whoever has your best survival. But yeah.
No.
So are we actually rolling, or are we using the help action?
Yeah.
But
Actually,
it would be the help action, so it can totally be roleplay based. That's fine.
Arrogim is definitely like, oh yeah, and this sort of terrain does this because he's studied different terrains and all that junk.
That didn't.
He was super helpful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see.
And did anything? I rolled a 19 for my Constitution sweat check. Did anything come from that?
Yeah, you're holding up pretty well today, Gallia.
Cool beans.
All right. So Quilgok is going to head out, and what we're going to do is every day we're going to be doing survival checks as we go, and I am going to be checking to see if anything happens while you are traveling. this first day, you're going to, because you're so close to port, you're going to not run into any specific troubles. Something I was thinking, if anybody wants to be kind of a to follow up with this is kind of an Indiana Jones style. If anybody wants to draw a line behind you or anything to show where you're coming from, you're welcome to on the map.
There's a point. If we draw things on this map, it's just going to get harder and harder and harder to load.
Also true. That is a good point.
I lost Azza as well. Should I?
So I'm going to delete that, James. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I still have him, Galia, so you might want to reload real quick. All right, yeah, your first day you travel. Again, this is a hard day of travel. It's hot. It is raining. You are drenched throughout the day. And this you do make it to your next hex. These are about 10 miles of distance apiece here, for the purposes of what's going on. How is everyone dealing with their water for the day?
I'll drink my water.
Do we just delete it
Mark
at
it
the,
off?
end of the beginning of the day, or what?
Yeah. Mark it off of your sheet if you've got it.
Is that one skin per day?
Correct. Or 2 skins.
2.
Yeah. Now you can still have the skins; they're just empty if you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them as a resource.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Technically, it should reduce weight too, but
Good point. I'll add something for empty water skin to my inventory. How about that?
I like it. You can mark those up as you.
How much would an empty water skin weigh? 1 pound? Less
I'd say
than a pound?
nothing.
Yeah, I'll allow it as nothing basically because I think it's the water that's adding the weight to it basically.
Oh, the camera moved. I was like, what happened to her room?
All right, let's do a second day here. We're going to advance the calendar by a day.
So if nothing's happening, can we just say that we refilled our water skins?
You absolutely could if somebody
We have
was to
the
cast.
Raincatcher thing.
Yeah, I am carrying the rain catcher.
We have the rain catcher and we have spell slots too.
A rain catcher has to be set up somewhere, like at camp.
Yeah, you could try to use it overnight
I
and see
assume
how
that
well
we're
it does.
camping overnight.
Yeah, and overnight.
Also, if you have if you have your water skins set up as a resource, as you take it down, it takes the weight down also.
How do you set up the? I can figure it out later. For
Yeah.
the resource.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll add that later.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
All right.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. So this is your first day of travel through the jungle, and it has been pretty rough overall. Nothing terrible has happened to you, but this next day, the next day dawns. You camp overnight, and it is wet and it is rainy, and you probably don't sleep very well. But Quilgok is guiding you fairly true, it would seem. All right. And Red, you actually could also be assisting in the survival rolls if you wish to, because you
I have
could.
a 4.
Because you've got guidance that you could be providing.
oh, yep.
Berrigan, what is your survival?
Well, my survival doesn't matter because I'm just using the help action
it's
to
just-
give him advantage.
Yeah, it's just a help action. So, and what I'm doing is I will end up rolling these rolls in secret, because it is
So we're saying
possible.
that I just give guidance to Quilgog?
Yeah, so if you could just roll it for me for this day, if you wish to, you don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to.
Roll, what do you mean roll?
But I have guidance also.
Yeah, whoever wishes to give him advantage. Is it guidance? Am I saying the right thing?
So guidance gives an extra
Yes,
1d4,
D4.
Yeah.
and then help gives advantage. So.
Yeah. So you can add a 1d4 basically to the skill check is what I'm saying.
Oh, all right. Well, I was just
Do you want to roll that, Lauren? Or?
I was presuming that they would.
No, I mean I'd like Brad to roll or Asa, whoever wants to provide guidance. Okay, so that's a +2. All right. Let's see how your encounters are for the day. All right. That sounds good. As you approach, as you're traveling throughout this day, today is much cooler. It's warm. It's almost unseasonable. Still humid, but not too bad. And things are fairly calm. There is an afternoon rain, but it only kind of lasts for about an hour, which is pretty typical here in the jungle. And where are we traveling? You're traveling along the beach here. As you're traveling along during the morning, you're going to see near the edge of the water, which cause you're kind of keeping the bay open, or to your right as you're traveling. You're going to see washed up on the shore a carcass of a large octopus, and there are going to be two plesiosauruses, which are with the corpse. They seem to be
Ooh.
they seem to be kind of fighting over it and trying to eat this carcass, basically.
Run away.
Is there anything you all would like to do? I mean, Quilgok is going to see this and kind of guide you inland a little bit, like, we don't want to mess with that at all.
Yeah.
I guess we'll trust Quilgok.
I don't know if you know what a plesiosaurus looks like, but it's massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
There's no reason to get involved with nature.
Yeah, this is a plesiosaurus. I will show that to you right now.
Oh, hello, friend.
No, that's an even better picture.
Yeah. So like this thing is kind of like on the edge of the beach, and like these things are kind of coming out of the water, like snapping at it, and
I think we're good.
all
It's
right.
not a Vegisaurus.
It's not a Vegisaurus. And yeah.
Harrigan's doing a perception check to see if there's anything interesting by the corpse.
You are not seeing anything by the corpse. It just looks like a dead octopus.
Yep, no. I'm gonna totally avoid him.
All right, and you come to the mouth of the river. Basically, is where Quilgok leads you. He's going to point to it. This is where it all begins, everyone. So far, this has just been easy. It's just a little rain. Once we head down that way, things are gonna get a lot harder. Is everybody good?
I have faith in
I
you,
think we're ready to
Quilgok.
go.
All right. Well, let's make camp for tonight, and tomorrow we head out into the jungle.
If we were eating rations, how many rations would we have eaten by now?
You do one a day, basically.
And it's been 2 days.
Correct. Yep.
That's 2 insect repellences.
Yep. Yep. Please make sure you mark those off.
I didn't need to add a ton of these things.
Yep. And guys, that is probably a good place to call it for tonight.
We should have fought those plesiosauruses so we could get some combat.
Aww.
It would have been.
Nope.
I think everybody has inspiration still, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to hand some out, but everybody's got it, so no worries. All right. Well, I think that is a good place to call it. You guys are at the mouth of the river, and you are going to begin exploration in general next time, I think.
Yeah. Another week.
I assume we didn't get any kind of experience from our
hope we
roleplay
did.
endeavors.
Well, there was the race.
Yeah.
There was
It's
the
role-playing
race. There was indeed the race.
Aragon definitely learned a lot about dinosaurs.
Don't touch them there.
Dahlia met her hero.
It is true. I'm going to give. I'll give each of you 25 XP for this session. Just because it's
25?
25.
Fantastic.
Something.
Yeah, we're
We're not gonna. I mean, why should we be level 3 before starting
Yeah.
out the jungle?
yeah.
Well, we
Do we
had
need-
we got basically a bonus level for the pre-game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do we need to add that manually, or do you have that API still?
Let me see if I can add it. Bum, bum, bum. XP divide.
Yay!
Oh, that did not do it. Hold on. Let me try it one more time.
20 each.
Yeah. There you go. There's 25 total.
Yay!
Hey,
Alright.
we're halfway there, guys.
Yeah.
Halfway to level 3.
Should have fought those plesiosauruses.
Yeah, we should've.
Yep, that would have gone very well
Can we
for
go
you,
back?
I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Well, we have ranged attacks. Not like they can move very fast on land.
And I have a lot of spell slots.
I would be there
You
too.
do? Wow.
I could
Oh,
talk to
cute.
them.
People
That's
spell
lucky because I don't.
Guys, thank you for playing tonight. Everybody, thank you for watching. We will be back next week for our next session, episode 3 of Tomb of Annihilation. Until then, we'll see you all next time.
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
No,